Okay, hi. Good morning. It's the next day. What is it, the 24th of August? And went to sleep real early, like 7. Went to bed, probably fell asleep about 8. Woke up at a little before 6 and actually got out of bed at 6 and promptly hula hooped. Oh, wait a minute. No, I went poopies and took a shower, then hula hooped for like 20 minutes, probably a little less than 20 minutes. Yeah, less than 20 minutes. I tried out a few things. I tried something different today. I tried hula hooping before I ate anything because I've experiencing lately, and if you'd seen the tour video, I had I've got this 5-pound hula hoop that has these waves on the inside, and it just pummels your. I don't know if it's good for you. It's like being assaulted, but it does motivate one to continue to hula hoop because the bruising, the first time you use it, and the subsequent the first few times that you use it, there's like the deepest bruises I've ever had all along my abdomen, and I was kind of thinking, maybe if I keep up with this, the bruises will fade and I'll acclimate to this abuse, which I have. And another thing I've been doing is putting on this workout sweat belt, which I think acts as a layer of armor to it. And I've been lately I've been wearing this photographer's fishing vest with tons of pockets to put the phone in, listen to music and podcast while doing it. And as opposed to this armband that I'll put the phone in, and it just kind of makes using the phone and its functions a little awkward. It's not as immediate. You have to put the phone in there, have to strap it on, have to I can't quite get to the phone as easily. And I've been using the vest, and my hooping sessions haven't been as good. I haven't just been getting into the flow of it as easily as when I've been using the armband. And perhaps the vest is keeping me from, hooping optimally. But I'm kind of excited. It's probably like 8 in the morning or something like that now, or 7:30, I don't know. But I just took down 10 oranges, boom, in a row. That's the first time I've done that. It's the first thing I've eaten all day, so I'm sure that's a factor. But that felt pretty good, 10 oranges. Yeah, I don't think I've done that before since I've started this. I'd always start with a big bowl of 10 or more oranges, and I'd always leave a few oranges in there and come back half an hour later, or later in the day, and finish them. Bam. So that's nice. And another nice thing is I only got to the 20 oranges yesterday. But I did have half of a watermelon, a small size watermelon, and probably 4 plouts. I took bites of 2 plouts that weren't just knock my socks off ripe. They were flavorless. And I put them back in the bag and set them aside, and hopefully they'll ripen more or something. But that'd be cool if they did ripen more and they weren't just a waste. But some of the ones that I did eat were just amazing. And apparently there's a website called Chronometer or something where you go in, Freely talks about it a lot, and you can type in what you've eaten, and it'll chart and tell you how many calories you've taken in. I'd be interested. I tried it yesterday, and I wasn't able to really. There's a sign up for it thing, or you sign in, and I put my name, and maybe it just doesn't work with my phone, but I couldn't quite fill out the information. It just wasn't happening. Yep. Oh, but what was nice is, so I only did 20 oranges yesterday, but with the watermelon and plouts, it probably balances out to a recommended 80-10-10 quota of fruits to be consumed. And I have this to keep any snot or drool or orange juice come out. And but gosh, today, well, I guess maybe right now I might cut up maybe as many as 40 oranges, because that was really nice, being able to just have the cut up oranges, bam, and just grab them and not have to do any processing of cutting them. So that saved me time, and I was able to jump into this and get the calories in going early. And Freely talks about this and how it's important to that your first meal of the day should be the biggest. Maybe I'll have more oranges. And that way, that will keep you from wanting to binge late at night and eat other foods. Some things I noticed last night as I was putting stock away in the kitchen, and I was desperate to get out of there quick. I tried to stay focused, even though I was so tired. I just wanted to pass out. But having eaten tons of fruit, I'd eaten 17 oranges, and I was full from the oranges. And what happened? I went down there, and there's all kinds of temptation down there in the kitchen. I was kind of recognizing that, this is that desire for that stimulation. Because I know I've used food like that in the past, where I'm feeling a lack of energy and I go towards cookies or something. And all that sugary stuff. And, that want for that just squeezing of the adrenal glands to provide this false sense of energy. So it was cool recognizing that, and rationalizing with myself that I don't need these breads and sugars and stuff, these things that don't exist in nature. This probably isn't a natural, instinctual need for these things, which it's easy to convince myself that this stuff is. Most of my life I remember in the middle of the night, I'd jump in my car and drive down the mountain to get ice cream. And there was such an instinctual drive. There was, I'm talking about this is the distance past, but, or, something I might never do again. Hopefully, cross my fingers. But, there was just such an instinctual life and death sense of purpose in me acquiring 2.5 gallons of ice cream and eating them. It was interesting, unquestionable, just, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I have to do. It's interesting. I think it's, I'm sure it's a lot easier to do in major isolation, where you're not, the critical eyes of others aren't looking at what you're eating. And you don't have any other human beings to bounce ideas off of, much less healthy, athletic human beings. And Joe Cross from, I would love to meet that guy. I was thinking, man, yesterday, that would be cool. Man. Well, okay, we have a camp here, Camp de Beneville Pines, and I've been talking to Janet about it, and we'd love to have a fruit festival here. That would be awesome. The fruit festival is happening right now. I'm kind of heartbroken that I'm not there. I've been kind of silly with my finances this year. I think it was before I really found any sense of, focus or purpose. And I think I've, wasted my money in, quite possibly, charitable ways, but still a waste. And, at least I don't have it to play with. But I do want to do something like the fruit festival. And if I could have the fruit festival right here in my own backyard, that would be awesome. And Dan the Man, the Life Generator, was talking about how in California, the best fruit in the United States exists right here. I don't know, Hawaii might have awesome stuff. and stuff that is only indigenous to Hawaii. But he says he's been all over the United States, at least the continental United States, and the best fruit is in California. He was talking about the Bay Area. It'd be nice if it's down here in Southern California. If we have sexy fruit, that would be cool. But it seems to make sense to have a major fruit festival here in California, and I would love. Oh, maybe one exists that I don't know about, but and I think that would be. It's kind of surreal in just to see all these. To me, they're like YouTube celebrities all just communing together. There's Durian Ryder, Harley Johnston, and Freely, and Dan the Man McDonald, the Life Regenerator, and Lou Koa. I think he's like the first one that I ever saw, and just even put the idea of a raw food diet into my head. And and there's and the Raw Bras. And haven't watched a lot of them, but maybe I'll get more into them. And yeah, there's a lot of dimensions. Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is it's interesting to see all these people together. Oh, and Douglas Graham, the author of 80-10-10. I've been watching a lot of his lectures lately, very entertaining. But all these people are very much like celebrities to me, because for the past few weeks at least, my media diet has been like exclusively YouTube videos of 80-10-10 stuff. So I'm watching like 5 hours a day of this stuff. So these, and more than YouTube, I listen to podcasts a lot. And I wonder if there's any raw podcast out there. I've come across like vegan, vegetarian, and stuff. But if anybody knows about any good raw food podcasts, that would be cool. I guess this big health kick really kicked off with the Joe Rogan podcast, the Joe Rogan Experience. He talks about how he has a kale shakes every morning, and I got started doing that. I haven't been doing that lately, but I think I'll definitely incorporate things like kale. And Durian Ryder just told me about, I heard him on his podcast about lamb's quarter is a type of green. And it sounds like it's the kind of thing that could be grown in a simple, like window garden thing. And I'd like to do that. That'd be cool. What am I doing? I might go down to the photographer and pick some fruit and play with fruit today. Because, gosh, that'd be exciting. And, I'd like to make these things tighter and not just ramble. And maybe if I ever do get a life, I'll have more to talk about. Okay. Toodles.